Hey guys, this is Bharadwaj with FoneArena.com and this is the Huawei Ascend Mate 2 that we have here. This phone is the successor to the Ascend Mate 1, which was just called the Ascend Mate. And incidentally, it was one of the world's first phones to have a screen size at 6.1 inches. So it was very big. We already have the phone here. You might have seen that on the blog, this phone. So it's a very big phone, but it retailed for a very low price in India. And this Ascend Mate 2 was actually launched way back in January, but it trickled down worldwide very slowly, a very slow rollout. And we finally got one for a really cheap price online. So that's why you're going to see the unboxing of this device. We're going to show you the hardware and the software in a quick overview, and of course the box contents too. So let's see what the Ascend Mate 2 is like in the unboxing video. So let's straight away take a look at the box, or rather inside the box. There is not much on the outside of the box. So anyway, opening it up, you can see that the first thing that's there on the top is that it has 4G. So that was one big thing that lagged with the Ascend Mate 1, but this time it is with 4G LTE. The phone actually is powered by Huawei's own silicon. The internal chip that's the high silicon Kirin 910, which has 4G LTE support. So this is one of the very few devices apart from the ones powered by Qualcomm that have the LTE support, worldwide LTE support, that is, so especially in the UK. So that's the device, very big and very similar to the Ascend Mate, but of course there are some differences. The back texture has changed, but still most of the phone looks pretty much like the Ascend Mate that we have here. You can see that the screen size is pretty much the same, a bit curvier on the sides, more than before, but pretty much the same. So there you go. The camera unit is bigger because the camera itself is different. We'll talk about that. So anyway, let's keep the phone aside and quickly take a tour of the box contents. Not much should be there. We are expecting pretty standard components in there. So opening it up, you can see that you have the USB travel charger. So that's one thing. That's the charger, the US plug. That's the micro USB cable, and that's what it is inside the box. And of course, you have a bunch of booklets for safety information, quick start guide, and of course all the limited guarantee information. So yeah, that's it for the box contents inside the phone. Inside the Ascend Mate 2 box, you have nothing much inside, which is good as well as bad. For a phone like this, people would have wanted a flip cover or something like that. So anyway, let's take a look at the phone now. The phone is big. That's pretty obvious. 6.1 inch 720p screen at the front, earpiece, front facing camera. You don't have capacitor shortcuts. The controls are drawn on the screen. Over at the right, you can see you have the volume rocker and the power lock switch. Over at the top, you have the primary microphone, or rather the secondary microphone, and this 3.5mm audio jack, the primary microphone, and the micro USB port at the bottom. You don't have anything on the left. Over at the back is the 13 megapixel camera and the LED flash, and of course the loudspeaker here. So the slots are obviously inside the back panel. So there you go, that's the back part of the Ascend Mate 2. The battery is sealed, it's not removable, and you have the SIM card and the micro SD card slots right there at the top. So that's the back panel, which is actually pretty grippy thanks to the texture. The texture is a very crisscross texture that you can probably note here, zoomed in. You can slightly see the texture here on video, not very apparent, but it's still pretty good for grip and it's nice. So let's power on the device and see what it's like in terms of software, because Huawei devices come with the Emotion UI, which is their own custom UI. It doesn't have app lists. It's just like iOS. It's very simple. It's very much like iOS, just scrolling lists of apps and widgets. Widgets are of course the Android feature. You have a 5 megapixel front facing camera, 13 megapixel back facing camera, like I said, 2 gigs of RAM, 16 gigs of internal memory, and of course expandable card slot. The LTE connectivity on this is Cat 4, which is up to 150 Mbps, which is pretty good. So let's quickly skip all these things. So the UI, as you can see, is pretty much very custom. And there you go, that's the Emotion UI 2.0. It's actually faster than before. It's much faster and much easier to use. Actually looks a lot like the LG UI. Let me just reduce the brightness a little. There you go. So that's a better look at the Emotion UI, a bit closer here. Pretty nice looking UI. As I said, it's very much like LG's UI. And going to the about page, you can see that the RAM is 2 gigs, the CPU is this, the resolution is 1280 by 720. Android version is actually 4.3, which is upgraded from the time it launched. So it was 4.2.2 when it launched, now it's 4.3, so that's good. And overall you get all the additional stuff, like for example completely customized default apps. You have the camera here, which is 13 megapixel, should be slightly better. The Ascend Mate was actually pretty decent overall for the price it came at. It came at around 23,000 rupees in the Indian market, and this phone is actually very fast and very easy to use, very nice to use actually. And if it comes in the same price range, then it will be definitely a decent offering at that price range, maybe even lesser, because competition has gained a lot of ground here. So anyway, that's it for the unboxing and a quick overview of the Huawei Ascend Mate 2. So do hit the like button if you like this video, do hit the subscribe button if you want more unboxing videos and a lot more videos like these. Do check out our channel for other videos. There might be something interesting to you. So that's about it for this video. See you on the next one. Thanks for watching, and let us know what you think in the comment section below.